Each year Americans consume more than 200 million turkeys, but how much do you know about the bird that Benjamin Franklin thought would represent America better than the bald eagle? The turkey can fly, and it has distinctive sounds that can distinguish it, and some female turkeys can reproduce without a male through parthenogenesis, and there are more facts about these exciting birds. The breasts that are too large on commercial turkeys make them unable to mate. As a result, broad-breasted turkeys require artificial insemination in order to produce fertile eggs. However, you cannot just hand the male a picture of a big-breasted hen and expect him to ejaculate. The male must be milked from the liquid sperm, and this is done by a staff that usually consists of at least 4 therapists. Obtaining semen from a male takes about 2 minutes, usually no more than 4 strokes on a cloaca. The National Institutes of Health recommends no more than 1 or 2 per group in order to prevent infection for the bird, not the handler, and collects the male semen in a cup. The semen must be used quickly, preferably within 30 minutes of extraction, and inserted into the turkey hen using a syringe or a plastic pipette, essentially a turkey insemination machine. In a letter to the Pennsylvania Gazette in 1775, Franklin suggested that the rattlesnake was a symbol of gallantry and courage that best represented America's temperament and behavior. But by the time the Continental Congress appointed him Thomas Jefferson and John Adams to design the national seal, Franklin had apparently changed his mind. However, Franklin's proposal did not win the approval of Adams and Jefferson, who wanted something more allegorical. In the end, the three gave up portraying Lady Liberty supporting a shield representing the states, and the Continental Congress rejected the design, and after a series of additional concessions, the bald eagle became the national symbol, and Benjamin Franklin was not happy with this choice. And in a letter to his daughter he wrote about 8 years later, he said, "For my part, one wish isn't the eagle chosen as the representative of this country. It's a bad-mannered bird, and it doesn't really earn its livelihood, and the turkey is compared to a more respected bird, and it is a true native of America as well as a brave bird." Most types of turkeys consumed by Americans are farm-raised and broad-breasted, and these poultry were bred to be very large, in order to produce meat efficiently and at the lowest possible cost, and because of their weight, domestic turkeys are slow and unable to fly, but wild turkeys weighing half the weight and containing less breast meat, they can run at a speed of 32 to 40 kilometers, 20 to 25 miles per hour, which is slightly slower than the fastest humans in the world, and wild turkeys can also fly short distances of up to 89 kilometers, 55 miles per hour, and this helps it escape from its natural predators, which include wolves, foxes, skunks, raccoons, snakes, and dogs are also allowed to live in trees starting at dusk, which protects them from predators that have better night vision. Although turkeys do not see well at night, their vision during the day is impressive, and our eyes, this turkey gives a visual field of 270 degrees, compared to 180 degrees, and unlike our eyes, which can't focus on objects in our peripheral vision, a turkey's eyes can focus clearly throughout the field of view. Its full vision, these eyes combined with a turkey's ability to rotate its neck all the way, enables a turkey to spot a predator, or hunter, from a mile or more away. But because its eyes are on either side of its head, a turkey lacks three-dimensional vision, and it compensates for this by moving its head to approximate depth perception. A rooster also has 7 different types of photoreceptors in its eyes, and this gives it excellent color vision, as well as the ability to seeing light in the UV spectrum, and as a result, turkeys see the phosphates found in many laundry detergents as bright blue and fluorescent, so if you use one of these detergents you can also skip the camouflage. You're not fooling the turkey a bit. Male turkeys make the distinctive sound we call karkara. During the breeding season, mature males establish their dominance with short fights. The winner gets to breed while the immature and loser males are neglected to watch and act as bodyguards. Males generally sail in pairs where the subordinate male helps the dominant male. Attracting one hen or more often, during the courtship stage the dominant and subordinate's bright cheeks blush bright red and blue around the face and throat, as they flaunt their puffed tails and wings drooping on the ground. Only the dominant male repeats, and each kiss lasts no more than a second but can be heard by chickens from a mile away. It is worthwhile for a turkey to have excellent hearing even though its ears are nothing more than little holes in its head behind its eyes. But they may make small croaking sounds, and turkeys of both sexes also squawk, purr, and shriek, and young turkeys hiss to his friends in his flock when they get lost. After attracting the chicken, the male stands on it and massages its back by raising one foot and then the other for about 10 minutes. When the turkey is ready, it raises its tail and the male climbs it. Despite this long accumulation, the cloacal kiss itself ends in only a few seconds. Then the male disappears and does not. He is involved in nesting or raising his offspring, and a single mating usually produces enough sperm to fertilize the entire clutch. A turkey hen can store sperm in its oviduct for up to 4 weeks, and when it is ready, it lays a fertilized egg almost every day until its nest contains between 8 and 15 eggs, then incubates the eggs continuously until they hatch after about 25 days. The young survive for a long time, and less than 24 hours after they are born they leave the nest in search of food. If you've ever seen a male turkey strut, you've probably wondered what those fleshy protrusions hang from its beak. It's a snood, and all adult male turkeys, known as toms or acklams, have one, and a snood seems to serve no functional purpose other than attracting a mate. And, surprisingly, size matters. Tom with the longest snood usually gets the hen, and when Tom is excited, the snood becomes full of blood and swells. Instead, both female and male turkeys have a cloaca, which is the opening through which the intestines and urinary and reproductive tracts open. During mating between wild turkeys called the cloacal kiss, the male's semen passes into the female, and from there into the oviduct of the hen. A female turkey is capable of parthenogenesis, which is also referred to as asexual reproduction, and in the process of parthenogenesis hen eggs can grow without fertilization, and all turkeys born from parthenogenesis are male, and cannot be distinguished from males resulting from natural or artificial mating. Although parthenogenesis is rare in turkeys, it can be increased by vaccination with some live viruses. By keeping turkeys within sight and sounds of nearby males, other than sex, the hens produced by parthenogenesis are clones of their mothers, so breeders often want parthenogenesis to preserve the traits of their more desirable females, usually larger-breasted females. The largest turkey on record was a 39-kilogram, 86 pounds, bird named Tyson, which took first place in the 1989 heaviest turkey competition in London. By contrast, the largest wild turkey ever recorded by the National Union was 17 kilograms, 37 pounds. Tyson was later auctioned for charity, selling for a record $6,692. Because a featherless turkey typically weighs 75% of a live turkey, Tyson could have weighed nearly 30 kilograms, 65 pounds, after defeathering at a cost of more than $100 a pound.